What's up, folks? Welcome back to another edition of SHU Outdoors. My name is Mick. I'm your host. I'd like to introduce you to my lovely and beautiful wife.
Hello. And
And my little girl over here. Little
that
Spitty.
was perfect timing.
On this show, SHU Outdoors, I discuss a lot of prison-related topics. And at some point in the future, I'm probably going to do a Rikers Island series. Different stories and stuff that occurred on Rikers Island. But there's a whole nother part of my life that nobody's really ever saw on YouTube up to this point. Me and my wife routinely go all over the state of Florida because the whole state basically is a coastline. And you have these beautiful campsites in the state of Florida where you can pay anywhere from sometimes $20 to $40, somewhere in that price range. Get a beautiful campsite with power on it, a fire pit or a communal fire pit. And my whole life is basically designed to do this at least once a month. Where are we at right now, Nicole?
So today we are in...
Speak up so that people can hear you.
Today we're in Curry Hammock State Park in the Florida Keys. It's in Marathon, which is kind of, I would say, around mile marker 57-ish, 58.
Yeah.
So maybe like 40 miles south of Key Largo, give or take. I don't remember exactly. But I would say it was about a 5 or 6 hour drive from where we are up in Central Florida. Certainly doable with it, leave early in the morning, get here. We got here a little bit before check-in time, but we were able to just pull right in, no problem. They didn't make us wait. We were about an hour early.
Yeah.
And
they got like a private, you got to get a code to come in here. So you stop at a little guardhouse up front and they give you the code.
Yeah.
And you come in, you put the code in, and the gate opens, you can come in. So you can't just come in the campground unless you have that code.
Unless you have the code.
The ocean is about 50, maybe 100 feet away over here. If that.
And no, the park is certainly for day use as well. I think it's $4.50 for day use. They have kayaking, bird watching, a hiking trail, but that is the accessible area, and then behind the gate code is the campground area. There looks to be about 16 sites here. We were very lucky. We ended up getting the last night that was available last minute. A lot of times folks are booking out the keys months and months in advance.
Yeah.
So we were just lucky enough to get it on a weekday night when there was one spot left, and we snagged it up and decided to do a last minute overnight trip.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But we go all over the state, all over, because you can do the same thing on the Gulf Coast, which is also referred to as the Nature Coast, or on the East Coast of Florida, which is also referred to as the Space Coast because Cape Canaveral and all that, where they launched the spacecraft and stuff.
Yep. Yeah, we've done Manatee Springs, Indian Wells or Indian Ledge, something like that, which is it's a lake that was a crater.
Yeah.
Not a spring. It's a freestanding lake. And then I don't remember the name of the place that we used to go up to that was right up in near the Suwannee River. Doesn't matter now because it's closed after Hurricane Irene.
Yeah,
I think. And
but there's just all kind of places.
Lots of places.
I mean, literally the whole state is this.
Hundreds.
Yeah, hundreds.
I
mean, you
can
can literally
a different place.
You can literally go to a spot every couple of weeks and be able to do it for years and never have to backtrack on any other spot.
Never stay at the same place twice. Yeah.
We live in a very rural area of Central Florida, which is perfect for us. Nicole is actually, you got a pretty. You were born on Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
Yep.
On a military base there.
Correct. Yep. This is probably the closest I've been to
back to your
where I was
birthplace.
born in a long time. I have been to the Keys one other time, but it was about a decade ago.
We're closer to Cuba than we are to our house.
Correct.
Right
now
now.
we are.
Then you
Yeah.
lived in Jacksonville briefly because your father was in the Navy.
Yep, there's a Navy base there. And then
went back to
up
Connecticut
north. Yeah,
when you
lived
was like
there.
5 or 6 years old or something like that.
8 or 9.
8 or 9.
Yeah, 8 or 9. And then there, most of my adult life.
Yeah, you grew up there basically.
Yeah.
But you know, I tell you what, I tell a lot of prison stories on this right here, but the truth is, my life at this point has nothing to do with prison or any kind of like criminal behavior or nothing. I just thought it'd be an interesting type of show to do, you know. And I know a lot of people out there have like an image in their mind of what they think quote unquote gangster is, you know, but
or ex-con
or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know, I've walked through some really, really dark places, and I give all praise to the big man upstairs for allowing me to come through it in relatively one piece, you know. So some of the stories I tell, even though they're like totally true stories, I think for the most part I've moved past it.
Yep.
And you know, I wouldn't lie and say that occasionally I miss the action. You know, I think that's
especially,
one of the
you know, up in New York and everything. There's just so much more going on in the cities than there is out here. But it's a different type of lifestyle. Like
occasionally I miss the action, but I would never give up what I got now for to ever go back to what my life used to be.
No.
But occasionally, you know, you miss the action. I think if you're used to living a certain way that is action packed, and then you come to a slow motion environment,
it can be a culture shock.
It can be a culture shock.
But there were a couple times we went back to the city and we were ready to go.
Well, before we ended up moving down here to Florida.
Yeah.
Like I said, my wife is raised in Connecticut. And so we were living there when I got out of prison. Then it was around the whole COVID era type of thing.
Yeah.
And we were just looking to get away from that whole scene. We didn't really know where we were going to really relocate. We knew that we wanted to relocate in the South somewhere. And we knew that we wanted to be real close to a beach.
Yeah.
Somewhere. That was our two rough perimeters that we set for ourselves.
Right.
And we just kind of ended up in Central Florida. We're not far away from a beach, but our life is more suited to like a river life.
River life and rural. It's great to be able to drive into a city that's like a beach city, but it's nice not having all of the traffic and the tourists.
Yeah, because where we live is like
locals.
It's very local.
Yeah, very locals. There's not a lot of tourists.
And we've been lucky. I mean, I think we've we're surrounded by good people.
Yeah.
I'd say we live in what is referred to, for maybe lack of a better word, a bedroom.
A sleepy
a bedroom little
community
type of thing.
Yeah.
And Florida is like one of those type of states that you have a lot of people who have relocated to Florida from the Northeast or other parts of the country also. And then obviously have a lot of native Floridians, you know, obviously. But you could come to Florida and literally be out in the middle of nowhere and still have access to people from all over the world out in the middle of nowhere almost.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I'm really an old country boy out of South Carolina, traveled extensively, lived in New York City for, 3+ decades.
Yep.
But we go way back. We know we go way back. You know, we met each other when I wouldn't say we were quote unquote kids, but we were definitely,
Yeah.
young adults.
Yep.
And, like I said, I'm closer to 60 than I am to 50. I'll leave it at that. So we go way back, grown kids together.
Yep.
Life happens, one thing, this happens, that happens. Thankfully, when I got out of prison, the big man upstairs let us come back together.
That's right.
I think we were perfect for each other back then.
Yep.
And I think that we were perfect for each other when we eventually found each other again.
Yeah.
We've been back together now for 5+ years.
You have more than that. Yeah, just about.
Yeah, something along, maybe 6 years. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
6 or 7.
something. And we've been in Florida now going on 5 years.
Going on 5 years now, yeah.
We've been married now for about 5.5 years, something like that.
Just about, yeah.
So,
when you're on island time,
island
starts
time
to blend together.
Yeah, all the dates and stuff kind of like, you remember, okay, I think it was,
I think it was around about then. Who knows?
I have to,
Who's keeping track?
You pin me down on a date, I have to pull the paperwork out,
seriously.
like pin it down, you know. But I know we were married August the 31st.
No, October.
I mean, you know what I meant to say. I meant to say October the 31st, Halloween. We wanted to do it that way because we just got a little bit on the weird side, but cool. Cool weird. Not a like bad weird.
Yeah.
Cool weird.
Cool weird.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm a hardcore prepper. Really what made me into a prepper, I always had that in me, but really what made me into a prepper was doing all that whole time in the feds and depending on someone else to come by the sale and give me some food that I would never otherwise even eat. I was not only, did I need it to stay alive, I was grateful to be able to get it because I was hungry most of the time.
Yep.
And I told myself, I said, if I can ever get out of this, if I can ever get out of this, I will never allow myself
to be at the mercy.
Be locked in a cell and anything could happen, and I'm stuck like Chuck.
Yeah.
So I designed my whole life. We designed our whole life around, we got the 4-wheel drive. I got the kayak strapped to the top of it at all times.
Yeah.
The whole back is pimped out with survival gear.
Yeah, if we want to go camping, bags. If we want to go camping and decide that we want to go somewhere, we can literally grab one bag for what we need.
Grab a few things around the house or whatever, but 90+% of it's already in the truck, there, packed up,
ready to go.
Because we live in hurricane country. I'm not necessarily concerned because in South Carolina, I guess anywhere on the East Coast, but in South Carolina, you have it's not uncommon every 5 or 6 or 7 years for a hurricane just to blow right in through there.
Yeah.
I'm not, so I kind of grew up with, a hurricane now and again that would do some serious damage occasionally.
Down here, you could have one every year or 2 or more every year.
You just never know what you're going to get. You might get a year.
None, you might get 3 in one season.
Exactly. So I designed basically my whole life. I am an extremist. I won't lie, but an extremist in a good way. Anything that I'm into, it's hard for me to like half step with it. So that's the reason why I'm so careful about what I do get into and start enjoying too much because, like, for a while, look, I would just be out in the woods, backpacking, camping, overnight, hiking. I think I really needed that because it really helped me get out of one zone.
Yeah, and reacclimate.
Yeah, out of big city, hardcore prison zone type of thing.
Yeah.
Back into slow motion, barefoot zone. For years, I wore boots and strapped up, riding motorcycles, hell bent for leather.
Yeah.
So, and I think, people who do hardcore prison time, hard time in a hardcore prison, are similar to soldiers in one way. Now, soldiers doing something for their country, so they're not criminals or anything. I don't mean it like that. No. But when you get used to living a high-paced, regimented, high-paced, hardcore lifestyle, a lot of times, and you do that for a prolonged period of time, it can be hard for you to take the edge off.
Yeah, and transition back into
slow motion.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, it took me, well, I mean,
a hot minute.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. But really, I think sometimes you just got to change people, places, and things.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
And you got to surround yourself with the right people. I'm really careful who I invite in my circle. Um, my circle is very small for a reason, man, because I got used to dealing with a certain quality of people.
Yeah.
And the people that I dealt with for a long time, even though you could say they were criminal types or quote unquote people in the streets. Not everyone I dealt with, but a significant number. That I made it a point. I never dealt with really scumbags. Not saying I didn't deal with people that I didn't particularly like occasionally, but they were never in my circle.
Right.
So that's another thing you're going to have to overcome. When you're used to living that lifestyle and you're around certain people that you really are like, and everybody's going at a certain speed, at a certain pace.
Yeah.
And then you transform out of that. A lot of times you're going to find yourself with most of the people you meet just don't add up to your specifications.
Yeah.
Not because they're bad people.
No, but for you to bring them really in, they need to add some type of value, adding to your life. And there are people who add to your life because you go out and have dinner with them once in a while. But I think in all the years that we've lived here, we've only had one person inside our home, and that was the neighbor to feed the cats while we were away somewhere.
So yeah,
we just maybe somebody out in the yard.
Yeah, because we got an outdoor yard
right.
too. We got the tent with the bugs
right.
spray.
So we've had folks over in the yard, share a drink,
barbecue or something like that.
But inside our home, we are not entertainers.
No, not like that, because you know what I think? I think because the Northeast is kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like where I think, being because I was raised in the Southeast, so it's not necessarily uncommon to meet somebody you like from the job, or whatever, and you invite them over to your house, and you got a big extended family always coming over. Where I think in the Northeast, especially in the city, I'm not gonna never invite you back to my apartment unless you're my friend,
right?
Because I don't even want you to know where I live. I want you to know where I'll
reach
show
me.
up, or how you can reach me, but I might not even want you to know where I live.
Yeah.
So I think it's like that vibe of like,
you feel like it's something that has to be protected. It's sacred.
That's really the way I think about home.
Yeah.
It's a sacred place.
And I think that's definitely helped create peace in our home environment as well. Even just as a married couple, we definitely see, like, the outside world is where you have to face your trials and tribulations. When you come home,
when you walk out that front door, that's where the bullshit starts.
Right, and where it ends is when you
walk
back
into the front door. You take your shoes off. I usually strip down, hit the shower, put shorts on, and I'm a different guy.
Yeah.
Literally,
and certainly your partner should not be the one that's adding to your stress.
I think I've always been like, I'm a different guy.
It has to be your sacred, what am I trying to say the word, like a respite, or like a place of refuge.
Correct. That's my home. Our home is a place of refuge.
Yeah.
And we basically, well, I wouldn't say we built it from scratch, but we rebuilt it from scratch in our image.
Yes.
So I can look at every part of my house, every place. I had to do that resection the roof, had to replace that resection the wall. Had to re-put another floor in this room. Had to run pipes.
New pipes in there.
Just, almost every inch. So it's like I'm very attached to the place.
Yeah.
So, I tell prison stories, and I could do a series on Rikers Island, which I'm going to do at some point. When I get around to it, which ain't going to make you wait too much longer for that, if you're into that type of stuff, from a white guy's perspective. And a lot of the things I talk about on this show, where I start talking about racial politics. It's not because I sit down and wrote this rule book. It's not because I'm like a huge cheerleader for everything that I talk about. I just think it's important for me to tell you the truth if I'm going to do a show. If my show is not fiction.
Yeah.
My show is like real. But I try to take the edge off of it. For example, I did 25 plus years in prison. I've been in Attica. I've been in Sing Sing. I've been in Rikers Island. I did 10 years in the United States penitentiaries. Now, is it really necessary for me to describe all the violent incidents that I've been in? I mean, it kind of goes without saying. I mean, if you think about it in its proper context, that I've probably been involved in certain unsavory incidents numerous times. I just don't like sitting around talking about a bunch of blood and gore and all this other type of stuff. I think, and another thing I want to like this show to be about is
Go ahead.
kind of maybe inspiring other prisoners. She had to go do something off camera. She's okay. Um, other people that are being released from prison and you're in an uphill battle. Or maybe if you're coming back home from overseas, maybe you've been involved in all kind of like whatever. You can kind of use what I've already laid down as kind of a roadmap, man, to let it go. Let it go. And that's going to be one of the biggest things you're going to have to overcome is when you become an action junkie, it's kind of hard to go back to, you okay? Okay. It's kind of hard to go back to slow motion. But I tell you what, man, I wouldn't trade what I got now for all the my prior lifestyle for nothing in the world. Go check on your mom, guys. That's what I say, guy. I got how many cats we got now?
We have 6 cats now.
We got 6 cats and a little crazy dog. Okay, that whines like a little child when she sees her mom, and if mom walks away.
Yep.
She got up.
She got up and followed me.
Nicole got up and went over there on the other side of the truck, and she got up out of her little bed and went right on over there to see what was up with mom. So, yeah, man, I think the real key, man, to find a way for you to be happy, have a zone, and hey, if I could tell stories on YouTube, entertain people first and foremost, because I do not do YouTube for money. Okay, I haven't been able to make a penny off of YouTube, but I know there's a lot of people out there who dig the content. Even if I get 1,000 views, 2,000 views or so a video, that's huge. I don't look at it. Oh, I didn't get 10,000 views. I look at it like 1,000 or 2,000 people or so was into the content enough to click on it and watch it.
And honestly, even just the idea of...
You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Okay.
Maybe just being able to like reach somebody and make an impact on their life. I'm not saying you got to be like everybody's savior, but if there's somebody out there that's like maybe fucking around and you could prevent them from walking a certain path just by talking about the fucking bullshit.
I think so many good people take a permanent solution for a temporary problem. And I just look, sooner or later ain't gonna none of us be able to
she's a baby.
Oh Lord, what a little girl baby.
I scared her. I picked her up too fast.
Oh, what a little girl baby. Who needs another haircut, Mom? Anyway, man, I'm gonna
Sorry.
it's okay. Yeah, man, so we got the cool tent, we got the pads, we got our whole life designed just to be kicked back and mellow.
And what we were just talking about too was that like 90% of our gear probably got from a
Yeah, man.
secondhand store.
Secondhand store, and I'm prepped, prepped up. And of course, some things you got to order relative, but uh, that's what I do, man. I take whatever I got, what I'm working with, I make the best out of it. And honestly, man, I'm very proud of our life.
Me too.
Because there ain't no doubt we built every
we worked really
inch
hard
of
for it. Yeah.
Yeah, every inch of it. Blood, sweat, and tears,
Absolutely.
literally. Wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. The wisest decision I ever made was to get married to you.
I agree.
Well, yeah, I agree. I second that.
Yeah.
I think I'm a pretty good husband.
You're a very good husband.
If you didn't know me and you just knew about my past and you saw the tattoos, you may think, oh, this guy right here, he's probably hard to live with.
Not at all.
I think I'm a pretty mellow guy for the most part.
I can definitely say, as a woman of a certain age, having been through some bullshit in my life, if my partner is not adding value to my life, why bother?
Why bother?
Yeah. No, at this point, what did I say before I got to be a passenger princess? I was able to like get in the car and go. I didn't have to worry about I literally packed my bathing suit and like everything else was just
because like got the bug out
yeah.
bag. Just put this little bag together for household things we know we'll need.
Yep.
That really is like heat sensitive or something. I can't keep in the truck without it going bad.
Yeah.
Grab a few items up. We got everything else. We already need mobile, strapped down, prepped up, prepped out, ready to roll, man. And
I don't have to worry about much. He takes care of it. Yeah.
Well, hey, that's kind of a guy's job. I mean, well, you know what, man? On that note, honestly, there's no doubt in my mind that she does certain things much better than I do. There's no doubt about it. On the flip side of the coin, I know for a fact I do many things better than she does. A lot of the things I do, she don't want nothing to do with. I
don't want to do it.
And a lot of the things
I'm not fixing the black water tank.
Yeah, who's going to be on their back up under there figuring that, hacking and cutting and sawing and repiecing? That's right, me. Whatever. But I think I don't think it's about, to me, my point of view is, I don't think it's about I'm better or she's better. I think it's about, okay, if she's really good at something and I'm really good at something and we get together, we'd be good at a whole lot of stuff if we work together as a team.
Yeah.
We're in a motorcycle riding, 4-wheel driving, camping out, beaching, kayaking.
Yeah.
Punk rock for sure, man.
Yeah.
That's our roots.
Counterculture.
New York City punk rock shows.
Oh yeah, been a few.
I remember when I met you the first time. He was walking. You were on St. Mark's Place, okay, and I saw you walk. I was with Sid.
Yeah.
Me and Sid. Sid is a good friend of ours and still lives in New York City.
Yep.
I was with Sid, which is a hardcore road dog of mine.
Oh yeah.
Sid the Kid,
goes
right?
Way back.
And I was walking down St. Mark's Place or up St. Mark's Place, and you had just got off the train from Connecticut.
Yep.
You were down there to see a punk rock show.
Yep.
Pressed and clean, but punked out, but like a pretty clean house punk.
Yeah.
But I was like a gutter punk, like a squatter and shit like that, man. It was great, man. It's like that's our roots, man. Going back, I remember the first time I met you, the second time I met you, and no matter, this is how I know you're my soulmate. This is how I know it for a fact. No matter how many times we came together and went a different direction, and you got to remember, she's like, you're from Connecticut, and
you're from South Carolina,
and we met in New York City, and the stars just kept bringing us back together over and over, and
we joke around. We finally listened
because she was hard headed as could be back in the day.
Me?
I was hard headed as could be back in the day. Like her daughter right here, she is a feminist punk rocker. She's not sure if she's going to start lesbian yet, but she could be.
Yeah.
So when you put those three things together, she definitely don't like guys.
No.
So she will know a bone, but she don't like guys.
But she doesn't like guys. She hates to be.
She didn't know a bone, but you don't like guys.
Stay away from the boys. They're nothing but trouble.
Nothing but trouble. There ain't no sugar for my.
No.
There ain't no sugar for no little dumb guy in this shaking with mine.
Absolutely not.
No way, Jose.
No way. She's a good
She is an American citizen. She's a
That's
Florida
true.
girl.
She's never been to Chihuahua, Mexico.
She's never been to Chihuahua, Mexico.
She swears it.
Not one
She
time,
promised.
ever.
Yeah.
Florida girl. She has a mother and a father and a family.
That's right.
She has a whole bunch of cat brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
For the most part, they get along pretty good. Every once in a while, they have a fight.
Every time we bring a new kitten in, she thinks it's her puppy.
A quote-unquote a fight. We got a little kitten now. She thinks it's her puppy.
It's her puppy, yeah.
For sure, man. It's so cool.
Yeah.
And it's a cool life. But, oh, Lord, you just hit her. Nicole.
Oh, she's okay.
She's okay.
But she's okay.
Yeah, man, it's all good, man. Live your life, dog. You know what I mean? It's like cool to reminisce and all this stuff back in the day, but I wouldn't give my life up now. If I knew I only have one more year to live like this, or I could go back and live a year wide open, no, I would know. I'm staying right here doing what we're doing right now.
Exactly.
This wins every time.
Every time.
Yeah, man, and I'm like a weird dude, but in a good way weird dude. Like, I'm a punk rocker, but I'm a redneck. I love New York City, but I'm totally at home on a dirt road. I mean,
absolutely.
It's like...
I feel the same way.
Yeah, it's like...
I'm completely
I fit into two different worlds that are almost completely contradictory.
Polar opposites, yeah.
And we're totally comfortable. Like, she's a driving fool. She could... Look, you never seen nobody who could parallel park any kind of vehicle in Manhattan, drive through all kind of tunnels and traffic and bob and weave into traffic.
But that's because I learned there. Like, I 16 years old, I was already, back then you could get your license at 16.
You had a car when we met.
Yeah, I had my license a week after I turned 16.
This is how far we go back. I went to your high school with you. I was a kid, too. You know, I'm like a quote-unquote a kid.
Yeah.
You were a senior in high school.
And you came and spent a day with me.
I went to all of her classes.
He was my cousin. I
think. They allowed us to do that legally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She went to one of them nice high schools in Connecticut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
High school.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I basically cut my teeth driving in the city. Like, if you didn't drive, I wouldn't have gone. Like, you could ride the train and everything, but it was just so much easier.
Well, that's another thing about the Northeast. It's like you got these train lines.
Yeah.
It's like
a lot of infrastructure.
Yeah, a lot more infrastructure. And I know, like, because I can fit so seamlessly in between these two worlds that, you know, it's like most people are like either one or the other, but no, not both.
Yeah.
I mean, like, literally, I could be in the heart of New York City today
and be completely
and be out in the woods a week later and not feel at least a little bit uncomfortable. Like, I'm okay out here. I can handle this.
Mm-hmm.
Make my way to another big city. So, you know, that was my lifestyle, kind of, whatever, for a while, a significant period of my life.
Traveling. Yeah.
And so no matter how many times me and her would have an argument or whatever and go a different way, the stars would always bring us right back together, man. Even if it was a month later or
a decade later.
Decade plus later.
Yep.
All right? And the stars kept bringing us right back together. So I can sit here today on camera and say for a fact, I know that she is my soulmate. There's just no doubt about it.
No doubt.
We see eye to eye, I would say, probably on 90+% of things.
Yep, and the 10% that we don't,
it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal, really. Yeah. I'll let her win if it'll make her feel better. If something's important to her, okay, man. Well, it's good. You know, it's all good because honestly, 90% of the time, I ain't got no complaints. So happy wife, happy house.
Yeah,
happy house, happy spouse, something like that.
Yeah.
But she usually don't press the issue. We just work it out. You know what I mean? And it's about peace and harmony, man. You know, look, I got out of federal prison. They sent me to the halfway house. They were doing everything they could ensure. And I ain't saying it was a bad scene. I had to leave there. I got indicted again for escape.
Yeah.
They gave me time served, about 6 months I spent in MDC, maybe 6 or 8 months in MDC Brooklyn. They gave me time served, a year probation running concurrent with the 3 years of probation I already had.
Yeah.
The judge gave me permission to move to Florida. I moved to Florida doing better than I had ever did in my whole life. I went to a doctor, received medication, legal medication from a medical doctor, a prescription. I used it legally as prescribed. The damn feds sent me back to prison
For that.
for a year and a day. I had to do a 10-month violation. Well, not when they sent me to FCI Miami, a low. Maybe do the whole 9+ years in the USP.
Yeah.
Sent me there. That's another story we got to tell when we wrap this video up.
Yeah.
And you're going to find this. So if you stuck around this long, stick around a little bit longer.
Yeah.
They were getting ready. I was getting out of FCI Miami.
Yep.
So obviously my wife knew when I was getting out, and she was going to come and pick me up. What happened was they locked us down 2 weeks before my release date. I wasn't able to call home. She's already hip. She could call up there and make sure I'm okay. That's the only thing that's if other than that, obviously we're locked down because I'm going to call home otherwise. So we get locked down about 2 weeks before release, and I wasn't able to call home. So when they come and ask me, how do I want to go home? I said, well, get me a bus ticket because anything can happen. I can't call home. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to get stuck here because I didn't say get me a bus ticket. You know what I mean? Because a flat tire first thing in the morning, any number of different things. So I was like, get me a bus ticket. But I already knew if my wife is in the fucking parking lot, I'm gonna get in my truck and go home with my wife.
Yep.
I'm maxed out. So when they gave me the violation, they killed me. They dead in my paper, gave me a year and a day, did 10 months. I maxed out, walk out the parking lot. Now my wife is out there waiting for me because again, I can't communicate with her for 2 weeks, so I don't know what's going on. And by the time she realizes I'm locked down, the jail is locked down, gets around to writing me a letter because we don't get off in a day or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And then I get the letter, I don't never get it. But by the time it gets there, I'm out of prison. So I come out that morning, I see her, I tell the cop, hey, my wife is over here in my truck, I'm going over here. Now I describe this individual as what they call that, an affirmative action welfare person that was getting welfare into projects in the ghetto, and then she had to get a job, so they employed her at a federal facility.
Yeah.
She was like, oh no, you can't do that. Oh no, you got to get in this here van. Now it's not a security issue because they have it posted on the BLP website what facility you in and what your release date is. So it's not like some security issue. I'm like, what are you talking about, lady? Okay.
She's right there. She's right there.
Well, what happened was normally, and back in the day, I'd have told her to suck it and I'd have just stepped the fuck off. All right. That's what I would have did when I was a younger man. All right. But I see my lovely and beautiful wife over there drizzling. I want to smoke a cigarette. I know all I got to do is make it this truck, and I'm good to go, right? This is where I want to fucking go, to this truck with my wife. This chick, oh, no, you can't do that. I said, what are you talking about? So she got on the fucking radio, called the lieutenant. He's a little short-souled off motherfucker, dumb as a fucking brick, federal employee, typical federal employee.
Yeah.
All right? He comes out with about 5 or 7 officers. Now, mind you, there's no pushing or shoving, not necessarily even no hard words. Typical poorly trained welfare recipient that had to get a job, so they put her to work for the feds. All right? This is what happened. So I'm like, look, man, because I'm still in their parking lot. I'm like, look, man, I got no problem having you take me to the damn bus station if you insist on it, dude. I'm maxed out. I don't owe you a penny. I do not have to get in that van. I want you to understand that.
You're a free man.
I'm a damn free man. I did my time.
Yep.
He don't know what to do. It's like they're all bound. They can't understand. I do not have to get in this fucking van. But I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. You want to take me to the bus station, man? Cool. It can't be that damn far from here.
Just walk
Do
over.
me a favor.
Yeah.
Go over there. Let that lady in that truck over there know you're going to take me to the bus station at Miami. That's it. That's all you got to do. There's no security issue. It's posted on BOP's own website when I'm getting out and what fucking facility it is. Nobody's forcing me to do nothing. I'm not getting in the truck under distress.
Yeah.
Okay? This is where I want to go. All right? So they were like, yeah, man, I got you. No problem. So I say, okay, just get me in the van. Get me the fuck out of here. You fucking idiots. All right? Excuse my language. This portion is not necessarily family friendly. I apologize. I'm trying to get better. So, but it's an animated topic. So I get in the van. They take me about 5 or 7 miles down the road. This is how stupid these people are. They already got a couple of other people they're going to take anyway.
Yeah.
It's not like her whole morning is canceled getting out of the facility because you don't take me. There's 2 or 3 other people who's going to the bus station, right? I get to the bus station. I'm expecting my wife to pull up, right? Fair enough, reasonable. Hey, meet him down at the bus station. There's a rule or a law or something. He's got it. Whatever. Because I could have had the option of saying, no, I don't want your bus ticket. My wife is going to pick me up. Had we not been on lockdown and they don't give me a phone call so I can call my wife the day before and confirm what the hell's going on. Nothing. They're just idiots. Stone cold idiots. All you socialists out there, hey, you have a right to your own point of view. But the last thing you want is Big Brother calling the shots for you. These people can't, I'm not impressed. I'll leave it at that. So I get out. I'm at the bus station. I'm waiting for my wife to pull up because I know she's on my trail.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for a couple minutes. I don't see nothing. Then I see this dude. He comes out. He's smoking a cigarette. I want a cigarette so bad. All right. He's smoking a cigarette. And he's looking at his phone, but he's not talking on it. Older guy. I'm like, hey, man, can I give you a few bucks or whatever? Because they give you some cash when you leave it or whatever, right? So he's like, nah, man, you can have a cigarette. I said, man, can I please use your phone for just a second? I just got out of prison, and I'm trying to call my wife. She's around here somewhere. I know she's looking for me, but she has no, obviously, I don't know what's going on. I'm a little bit worried right by now, you know? I get on the phone. He lets me use it. I know your number by heart. I call you. They were like, all they told me is I had to leave the property, baby.
Yeah. I went and parked at a gas station. I think I might have called the facility a couple of times and, like, tried to say something along the lines of, like, theoretically, if somebody had a bus ticket, where would that bus be? Anyway, I looked it up online, and I was not far from the bus station.
Yeah, but you didn't know. They didn't tell you. I just meet him at the bus station.
No.
That would have been an easy, quick fix. Who
cares? When you asked them to come out to the vehicle, they came out to the vehicle and just told me that I had to leave the property. I had to leave the parking lot. I was not allowed to be there any longer. That was it.
Yeah, I mean, they could have just easily have said, hey, ma'am, we got a rule. They got to go in this van or whatever. But they don't have a rule that. I could have easily said, no, I don't want your bus ticket. If we hadn't have been on lockdown, I would have had all this coordinated. I don't need your bus ticket. My wife's going to pick me up in the morning. I know she'll be here. Don't trip. Just let me get my release funds and whatever I got coming, and I'm good to go. Yeah. And that would have been fine. But because something was written down on a piece of paper, this lady could not step out of that 1 or 2 sentences where I said, yeah, let me get a bus ticket. Now that in her mind, you have to get in this van. Keep your fucking bus ticket. Keep your fucking van. Shove them up your ass. I got shit to do. So I was able to call my wife, long story short, came, picked me up on 95 we've got, right?
Yep.
Now, my wife is a rider, man. I wouldn't take $1 million cash money for you right now. You're much more important to me than any amount of gold or silver could ever be.
Feel the same way.
You're my partner, man. You know what I mean? To the end. Anyway, I won't talk your ear off no more tonight. I hope you enjoyed some of the footage that I uploaded with this.
Yeah.
And occasionally, maybe every month or so, I'll do a special episode like this and upload it to you guys. Give you a little different twist on the show, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're cool as fuck, and we're slow motion, man. And we got a whole house full of strays.
And
They're our kids.
There is life after prison.
Mayhem, prison. And you know what, man? I want this show to be more than just like a prison content show. I like maybe people who've like lived any kind of high intensity lifestyle and find it hard to take the edge off and be slow motion again. I'm cool with this being a community for all the misfits and outcasts who are trying to figure out where they belong again.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, man, the world is a big, beautiful place. You can find a place that you belong. You can come up with a cause, even if it's a cause that don't necessarily impress other people. It's good for you. It's healthy for you, and that's what you do, and that's the path you pursue, man.
Yep.
You got anything else to say? You want to say, Speedy?
She was guarding the homestead here.
No,
She saw a squirrel walk by.
I was going to pop off, guys. They had to build a fence around my whole yard.
Just to hold me in.
Can hold me in for real, because I don't care how big the dog is. Bigger the harder they are, the harder they fall, guys.
I'll bite
She
him.
speaks Spanglish.
I'll bite him.
You know I don't speak Spanglish, little Speedy.
I'll bite him.
I'll bite the hell out of him.
On that note.
And on that note, man, look, man, stay up, peace, man. I'm going to go ahead and cut the cord, get it in the wind.
I got to get some bug spray on.
Got to get some bug spray. I got some tiki torches I got to light. I got plenty of lanterns. We're good to go, man.
Down?
So
you ready to get down?
Stay up. Peace.
Bye-bye.